Well, it may not be a Zarude, but there's a Mystery Gift Pokemon event happening right now in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So get Mystery Gift, this time it's going to be with a code or password, and the code is going to be Trainer's Cup. So let's type that in. You do the 1 instead of the I, because that's how these events work in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So search for the gifts, and then we find it. GG easy. So this is going to be a Korean Amoongus gift, and the cool thing is, it's shiny. So free shiny Pokemon event gift. We just got the shiny Zeraora, but hey, this is very welcome. It's also just a straight up competitive Pokemon. Since it's from the Pokemon World Championships, we can actually find it right over here on the Pokemon website. So we have the 2019 Pokemon World Championships Senior Division. So it's not like, oh man, this is a Masters World Champion winning Pokemon or anything. But we can go down here, boom. South Korea, top 4. That is going to be the Amoongus, and then we can hop back into our game, find it in our boxes, and see what is going on with this Pokemon. It even says, hey, like, check your boxes. I'm pretty sure it goes straight to the first box, but I don't remember which box is my first box anymore. Ah, there it is. It's hiding because I have my own Amoongus, and I kind of want to compare these, just kind of see what's going on. So this is a VGC Amoongus, which means it's going to be a little different. But before we break down this Pokemon, I do need to note that the original Amoongus is clearly hacked. The event is legitimate though because it's an official distribution. It's just a shame to see the Pokemon Company taking a clearly cheated Pokemon from a world's contending team and then using that as the inspiration for the giveaway. It also makes sense as to why this is the giveaway Pokemon. One, it's a shiny, so it's kind of cool and it's flashy and it makes it more desirable. But I mean, then we have an Incineroar, Excadrill, and then unavailable Pokemon, so it's not like they could give away legendaries like that or anything. So the Amoongus just kind of sits in as the star of the team and works pretty good for inspiration. But I mean, look at this. We have a 6 IV shiny Pokemon with 2 no goods. Nah. Not happening. So it also shows a big reason why he got into the top 4 was because of cheating by having objectively better Pokemon than his opponent. And the interesting thing is, shiny Pokemon do give a competitive advantage because that shiny animation can be used in stalling, and then just having 2 no goods is going to be better than getting the 5 IV standard no good speed or no good attack depending on what it's going for. This is going to be a speed hindering nature. So let's go and check out the stats behind the Pokemon as well. And when I say this is like a competitive Pokemon giveaway, it's a straight up competitive Pokemon giveaway. You don't have to do anything with this. You get the event, and then you have a free shiny competitive Pokemon that's already EV trained. It does need Dynamax levels, so I guess that's kind of it, since this was from 2019 Worlds back in Generation 7, so it doesn't like line up exactly. And then you got Clear Smog, Spore, Protect, Rage Powder. Amoongus did get some changes, so you might want to change up this moveset to have it adapt to Generation 8. So that's something to break down, and it has a Focus Sash. So even if you don't plan on using the Amoongus, it's a free Focus Sash, and then just a shiny Pokemon to have around. Also, I forgot to mention, it's Regenerator, so it's a hidden ability, 6 IV, shiny Pokemon with 2 no goods. Yeah, that's absolutely cheated, but are we even surprised at VGC anymore? All of the top world's players are hackers. I have confirmed this. I have proven this. Wolf Glick, VGC 2016 Masters Champion, VGC 2016 Seniors Champion, Carson Confer, also caught using cheated Pokemon, and then just the countless other videos and players and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like, wow, it's like cheating gives you an advantage in Pokemon. Crazy. But we can go and kind of figure out what to do with this Amoongus when you get it, because Amoongus is a good Pokemon and just a frustrating Pokemon as well, but doubles is really weird in Pokemon Sword and Shield, or you can just kind of use this in singles, because it's just a good singles Pokemon as well. Wipe out the EVs, change it however you want. You just have like a free base Amoongus to do something with, and then you can make it however you want competitive, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, like 22% Focus Sash just to spore something, maybe their Dynamax Pokemon, and then combo out. Also, Koba Berry. This is what's happening. Like, you need to survive the airstream to put the opponent to sleep and then pull some shenanigans, and that gets kind of niche out of that to room service -1 under some even crazier slow Pokemon. Black Sludge, nah, you don't have the durability to really make it matter. Sometimes Regenerator is going to come into play, but it's mostly just about like being annoying and trying to get the 1 Rage Powder that matters or the 1 Spore that matters. And then we have Pollen Puff. So, new addition to Generation 8 with the TRs, get Pollen Puff on Amoongus. So now you have supportive capabilities. If you survive, get to heal your ally for 50% of their health. And we can see Spore, Rage Powder, Protect, Sludge Bomb. So a lot of the things about this Pokemon still there. This one has Clear Smog. That's going to be 15% usage according to Pikalytics. If the opponent's setting up, you know, like sometimes that Clear Smog matters, sometimes it doesn't. They might just be too far ahead of you. But Spore into Clear Smog to get rid of an Airstream with a Koba Berry, hey, that could actually be pretty powerful if you last that long and things happen. Some people are opting Protect, others are going against it, and then it's just like kind of tech shenanigans from there. So Amoongus is a wacky Pokemon, but just doesn't feel that good in Generation 8, but it's still usable. Also, the EV spreads give us a glimpse to the shenanigans that we're dealing with. So we have Bold, Sassy, Timid, Bold. So it's either that you're going to be like a special defense, slow tank, you're just going to be bold, beefy, taking hits, putting Pokemon to sleep, or some people are even going to Timid to outspeed when Trick Room isn't up the slow Pokemon that are kind of in the metagame. And that's just with Focus Sash, because it's like, well, I'm dying no matter what the opponent is doing, so I might as well get like some weird outspeeds against other slow Pokemon trying to be disruptive, and then you just kind of do things. The funny thing about the Timid is the only difference is defense or special attack. For their investment, I'd go with a special attack. That one extra point matters a lot more than a Focus Sash plus 1 defense. So we got some weird stuff going on, and then we just have Amoongus to talk about. So people are doing crazy stuff like that. It is a complex kind of EV spread, so at least you're getting that for free with the way that the event is breaking down. So this one right here, Sassy, 156, 100. You can actually do that fairly easily, because then you just go max hit points, you put 10 of zinc, and then you just put the rest into iron. So you could do that with EVs, but saves you a little bit of hassle since it is a 3-way split. Sometimes those get a little complicated. Or you can just run it like a singles Amoongus. So let's go and check out my Amoongus. I've always run just the full special defense regenerator Amoongus. The reason why I want to do this is because it complements a full defense Alomomola. Alomomola isn't in Pokemon Sword and Shield right now, so we're going to see how that ends up breaking down. But like double regenerator, Alomomola, just an absurd defensive tank. Let's go and pull it up, because it actually complements in a really weird way. So it's illegal now, still fine Pokemon. 165 base hit points. Absurd amount of hit points. Kind of low defense, but then when you max out all of this stuff, you just have one of the highest defensive Pokemon in the game that can also Scald and just be filthy. The weaknesses are also very complementary. You eat a grass-type move, you eat an electric-type move, you go into the Amoongus, you get your free regenerator, and then Amoongus pops back out for like an ice-type move or a fire-type move. So the singles Amoongus with the regenerator core isn't as strong in Pokemon Sword and Shield currently, but also this Amoongus, I've found, just kind of struggles in situations. Like, I've tried to run it with the Toxapex, but the double Psychic weakness isn't really that ideal. You're still neutral on an Earthquake. Earthquake is physical. You're not spec'd into that. So this Amoongus does take a lot of damage. And then if the opponent Dynamaxes, max Airstream, you're just gonna die. Max Psychic move, or just like a regular, super effective Psychic move, you're just gonna die. And then, like, terrains get set up. There's more activation into terrain, so the opponent can just, you know, set an electric terrain, set a misty terrain, and then your Spore doesn't matter anymore. I guess without Tapu Koko, Amoongus does have like some weird usability, but at least against Tapu Koko, it couldn't damage you, and then you hit it with a Sludge Bomb, and it takes an insane amount of damage. So it is harder to reliably use the Amoongus, and even then, like, Spore and Sleep hasn't felt that good in singles for a while because of all the nerfs. Like, you put the opponent to sleep, but then you have to Synthesis to heal up the damage that you took because you're taking a lot of damage putting it out there for the Spore. You get a little bit of chip, and then they can just RNG wake up and then one-shot you or do crazy stuff. You lose the opportunity to switch, even with that regenerator. So you don't really get as much out of the Amoongus as you used to, but as a stall Pokemon. Like, if you can reduce the opponent's sweepers, and then you just get into a filthy stall shenanigan scenario, that works. We do have other regenerator Pokemon that can complement with the Amoongus, or just like heavy defensive tank Pokemon that work out, but it isn't as, you can't run away as much, and maybe you can stall out a couple of Dynamax scenarios, but it isn't as reliable, and I really feel that the Amoongus is missing the Alomomola. But doubles, still viable, but does run into the same kind of problems. The Focus Sash though, means you have to like double focus the Amoongus, as the opponent could also be Dynamaxing their Pokemon, going for some kind of crazy setup, or you get put to sleep, and that becomes a weird 1v1. But Amoongus's tankiness isn't really as valuable anymore, and that's shown with the Focus Sash. That's shown with these different movesets where it's like, wow, the only damaging move is a Clear Smog to remove the opponent's like setup potential, which also meant a lot more in 2019 because everyone was out there like running Xerneas. So you need to stop the Geomancy. Like, wrong details. So yeah, you click on the Xerneas, and then you see what all these things were up to. Power Herb, Geomancy. Wow. So you want to hit that with Clear Smog, if not just put it to sleep, or do some other things. And there's like Fake Out happening, but then people got the Tapu Lele, so Fake Out doesn't matter. It was weird. So it's like Amoongus just doesn't run on its own. It needs a lot of care, and then just becomes like a super frustrating Pokemon. Maybe get rid of Rage Powder for Pollen Puff. Maybe get rid of Protect for Pollen Puff. Because like with Dynamax just kind of blowing through Protect, doesn't really do too much, especially after surviving on a Focus Sash, so you can't make as much outplay potential right there. But also, just because like Indeedee Female, as a Follow Me Psychic Terrain Pokemon, kind of invalidates the Rage Powder on Amoongus, it feels. But it is good to have there as an option if you're trying to set up for other things. So, Amoongus is a really tricky Pokemon to run. Doesn't really have as many shenanigans as it can pull. But yeah, now you have an Amoongus, and I have some inspiration as to what to do with the Amoongus. Maybe now's the time where you kind of like flip it on the other side. You go full defense Amoongus with the Regenerator, complement it with some like heavy special defense tanking, and then maybe work it out. But we'll see where this Pokemon goes. I haven't found success. Maybe you will, because now you have it. Now it's a free time to experiment. You just get a free shiny Amoongus, do whatever you want with it. The moveset opportunities are yours. Like, the egg moves don't even matter. We have Worry Seed, Rollout, Poison Powder, Defense Curl. Game Freak has been really good about removing prior evolution moves in a Pokemon's move pool. So everything's TR or level up, and then, yeah, just 10 Armorite Ore, wipe out the EVs, maybe keep those EVs. Maybe the more mixed Amoongus finds a way in, but there's a lot more anti-stall, there is a lot more anti-tanking in the game, and now that Venusaur's in, even though Venusaur's been in for a while, you get into some pretty filthy situations. But I think my recommendation for building around this Amoongus is to build around it. Put it on your team, play with it a lot, find out what's really common that keeps exploiting it, and then just build your team around it slowly. I haven't put in that work yet, but now that I have two Amoongus, I can experiment this one. This one can be my full defensive tank. This one's already set up as my full special tank, and then maybe have some like moveset changes and experimentation with some of these, just kind of see what happens. It is one of the few remaining toxic Pokemon in the game now, so yeah, with Toxic being removed as a TM, this is a lot more valuable. So maybe instead of Spore, you just go Toxic, and then you just have that long burning effect, especially with all the Blissies inside the game. So it gives you more opportunities to kind of just spread that around, and if you stay alive, then it doesn't matter. You just synthesis everything against Special Attacker. You just keep Regenerator switching into other tanks as they're dying to Toxic. So there could be some other ways of unlocking this Pokemon, and now you get to experiment with it. Now you get to figure out what's going on here. So guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.